Coming up on Inside Wofford Football, the Terriers hit the road to face an FBS foe for the second time in 3 weeks as they travel to Madison and try and tackle Wisconsin in their first ever matchup with a Big Ten opponent.
Inside Wofford Football, presented by Wild Wing Cafe, Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine, Milliken, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the AT Real Yellow Pages, and by Papa John's.
Both the Terriers and Badgers get off to a sloppy start with 4 combined fumbles in the first 7 minutes of the game. But it's not until the second quarter that Wisconsin starts to move the ball and puts points on the board. And ultimately, the Badgers score 4 TDs in the second stanza and never look back en route to a 44-14 win over Wofford. Hello and welcome to Inside Wofford Football, everyone. Certainly the Terrier players enjoy the challenge of playing on the big stage. First, it was South Florida, and now in week 3, it's a trip to Madison, Wisconsin to try to tackle the Wisconsin Badgers. After 1 quarter of play, the Badgers lead just 3-0, but on the first play of the second quarter, Wisconsin finds the end zone for the first time to take a 10-0 lead. The Badgers 28 unanswered in the quarter to lead 31-0 at the half. But in the second half, the Terriers finally get on the board as Austin Palmer powers his way into the end zone for a 7-yard score. His first career touchdown cuts the lead at 31-7. After the Badgers add a touchdown late in the third and another midway through the fourth, finish on a positive note as Austin Palmer finds the end zone once again, this time from a yard out, as Wofford fights to the very end, but the Terriers come up short, falling at Camp Randall. Final score 44-14. When we come back on Inside Wofford Football, we'll take a look at the first half highlights as early on it's as though neither offense really wants the football. Stay with us, everyone.
News Channel 7 Hardee's Spartanburg Regional and Food Line, caring for the Carolinas. At nearly 90 years of age, most people slow down. Fannie Ruth Hyatt is not one of those people. Fannie is always looking to help a person in need. A selfless community cornerstone with an overwhelming love for the people. If you know a worthy recipient of our award, send us a letter to 250 International Drive, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29303, or email WSPA.com.
Stop hunting. Start finding. Choose the AT&T Real Yellow Pages to find just what you need. No other book has more complete ads and up-to-date listings.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. The Terriers knew they would have to take care of the football on offense and create some turnovers on defense to try to hang with the big bad Badgers on their home turf. And as we take a look at the first half highlights, we find out they accomplished one of those goals. Here's Mark Hauser and Tom Henson on the call.
First and 10 Badgers now from the 50 on the right hash mark, moving right to left, this time out of the eye. Handoff, and that's a big hole over the left side for Clay to the 40. Down to the Wofford 35. He fumbles the football, and the Terriers have it. Wofford has the football. John Clay coughs it up. What a break for Wofford. Kendall Bradshaw recovery. Mitch Allen is your quarterback out of the gun. Redshirt sophomore, Cincinnati, Ohio. Backs flank him either side. Handoff and a fumble on the carry by Sean Lees. And Wisconsin gets the football right back. The middle linebacker, Comer St. John, is the guy who covers it. Motion right goes one of the two. That's Kendrick. Handoff again. Brown off right side. He fumbles the football. It's loose at the 16, and the Terriers have it. Somebody greased the football before the game began. Tommy Irvin is the guy who covers it.
Mark, if I'm not mistaken, that's his 3rd fumble recovery of the year in 3 games.
The lone back is Parks, and he'll get the handoff and in the center of the line, man in motion right is Gilreath. He'll get the handoff on the end around, and he's knocked over in the backfield at the 43-yard line. Alex Goldtree with the penetration to take care of Gilreath as he tried the end around going from the near to the far side. The punter is Brad Nortman for the Badgers, and that spiraling kick to the near side. Diller will field it at the 14, beats a man to the 15, fumbles as he's tackled at the 20. The ball is loose at the 26, and Wisconsin has it. Terriers turn it over. Trey Diller fumbling the punt return. Now a slot left as well. Back to Tolzien, down the middle with it. Caught by Tuna, juggling catch at the 4. It's first and goal. Mychael Johnson stuck him. And we have an injured Terrier back at the 23-yard line, and wouldn't you know, it's Mike Nyam. Oh, boy. Mike Nyam is going off the field and putting almost no weight on his right. This will be a 36-yarder. Out of the hold of Chris Moragas, kick on the way, and it is good. 4:23 remaining in the first quarter from Madison. Badgers 3, Terriers nothing. 3 backs surrounding him in a triangle formation. Haven't seen that much this year. Allen will fake the dive, pitches near corner. Rucker near sideline with room. 1st and 10 Badgers, ball on the left hash. They go out of the offset eye. Play action, Tolzien, time to throw near side with it. That's caught by Kendricks, the tight end. A short split for them, a single man to the left. Tolzien again wants to throw, and Toon with a leap. The Terrier 10, this time from the eye. Deep man Clay cuts back to the right off the handoff, and he'll pick up a first down to the 5, to the 3. He fumbled the football, and the official at first said Wofford had it. Now he's going to say Wisconsin has the football. Terriers stack the line of scrimmage. Zien's looking to throw to the end zone with time. Back of the end zone. Two-handed catch and a touchdown, Lance Kendricks. 14:55 remaining in this first half. Wisconsin 10, Wofford nothing. 10-0 Badgers lead. 13 minutes to play second quarter. Wisconsin bringing light pressure, and the kick is away. It's going to roll into the end zone, and it will be recovered for a touchdown. It's recovered by David Gilbert.
Backbreaker there for the Terriers.
12:50 to play in the second quarter. Badgers 17, Terriers nothing. Wofford lining, go for it. 4th and 14 from the 26. Allen gonna roll right, under fire as he wants to throw, and he's sacked at the 20-yard line by Taylor. Offset eye, and it will be a give to the deep man, off right side, touchdown. That is Eric Smith into the end zone. 10-14 in the first half. Badgers 24, Terriers nothing. Turner will come in motion right, hand off to the lone back. That is Smith trying to jitterbug right, and he'll be bottled up for a loss back at the 35-yard line. Kendall Bratcher, the first man there for Wofford. 1st and goal at the 7. Brown, the lone back. Tolzien throwing toward the goal line. Touchdown. Catch made by Garrett Graham. Mitch Allen from the gun, backs either side. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Handoff up the middle. Austin Palmer breaks 2 tackles and has a first down. 40, 45, 50. Best run of the day for the Terriers. Austin Palmer picking up 18 yards. The single back. Wisconsin 4 down. Play action for Allen. Rolling right, sacked from the blind side. Fumbles the football. It's loose at the 47-yard line. Wisconsin football. First half is complete here at Camp Randall Stadium, and it did not go well for the visiting Terriers. Their halftime score, the University of Wisconsin Badgers 31, and the College Terriers nothing.
Coming up, we'll take a look at a guy who has gotten pretty good at adapting to change during his days at Wofford. Stay with us, everyone. Terrier fans, here's your chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming athletic event. Be the first caller to 597-4110. Leave your name and phone number in the message, and you could be a winner. Compliments of the South Carolina Education Lottery.
They pick up their games, pick up their teams, and pick up the pace. Enterprise salutes NCAA athletes for picking us all up. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Papa John wants everybody to know why our pizza's better.
Better ingredients, better pizza is not a slogan. It is a way of life.
So he's bringing it right to them.
Papa's in the house.
Introducing Papa John's new Cinnamon. Our fresh dough loaded with sweet cinnamon topping. Get one free when you buy a large 2-topping pizza, just $11.99.
What do you think of the fresh dough Cinnapie?
A Cinnapie free.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. When a player comes to Wofford, it doesn't take long for him to realize that winning is a team concept, and doing whatever it takes to win is something that goes with the Terrier territory. Now let's take an inside look at Stev DeVete, a guy who embodies to a T what we're talking about. Here in the Spotlight present. Following a standout career at Irmo High School, Stev DeVete had back surgery at the end of his senior year. Then as a freshman at Wofford, the back acted up again, and he wasn't sure if college football was in his future. But he decided to fight through the pain and never look back.
First couple months here, I had a little back problems, so I really wasn't sure if it's still what I wanted to do, and I'm so glad I did it. I was going to definitely regret that decision if I didn't stick it out and play. I'm very glad I have now, so it's been a great place for me. While he arrived at Wofford as a quarterback, he quickly found out that the Terriers had good depth under center. So in order to see the field, he needed to venture out. He landed as a wideout, in addition to being the holder for extra points and field goals. My parents always taught me, what you can do to help anyone else out, the team. That's what I tried to do. So, I don't mind doing anything. I enjoy football.
Whatever he's put his hand to, whether it was wide receiver, whether it was holding on PAT and field goal, whether it's playing quarterback, he's done a great job. And he's a tough guy. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he is such a competitor. When Terriers backup quarterback Robbie Davis did not return to the team this fall, Wofford needed a backup quarterback. And that's where Stev stepped in and once again, doing whatever the team needed him to do, helped. And it didn't take long for this QB turned wide receiver, turned back to QB to get back to the position he preferred all along. I had an idea what we were trying to do, and I was really excited when I heard, try to, study film a bit more and try to get caught up. While his father is a high school coach, Stev said immediate plans do not include football. Instead, he'd like to attend law school or perhaps put his accounting degree to use sooner than later. For the Wofford Terriers, I'm Todd Summers.
Hi, I'm Gwen McDaniel. I'm a sophomore from Worcester, Ohio, and you're watching Inside Wofford Football. Go Terriers!
Coming up, we'll take a look at the second half highlights as the Terriers turn to one of their few seniors to lead them into the end zones. Stay with us, everyone.
Health Matters TV is brought to you by Spartanburg Regional.
Spartanburg Regional now an online program that allows patients direct access to their physician. By logging on to myregionalhealth.com, they can request prescription refills, maintain medical records, and leave messages. Dr. Brandy Harden explains.
It's great for anybody who needs to keep track of all their medical problems that are ongoing, that are resolved, update of what medicines they're taking.
A private and secure site, myregionalhealth.com provides convenience for those on the go.
So they can pull their BlackBerry out, they can get online, they can send an email to their physician, get a response back.
For more information or physician referral, call 864-560-799 or visit myregionalhealth.com. For Health Matters TV, I'm Allison Hatcher.
Health Matters TV was brought to you by Spartanburg Regional.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford. With the outcome not really in question as they enter the third quarter, it didn't deter the Terriers as they fought for the next 30 minutes and ended up with a couple of touchdowns to show for their hard work. Here's Mark Hauser and Tom Henson on the call.
A single back flanks him right, two receivers right, Rucker in motion side, and a handoff right up the middle, and Arsenio Parks driving the pile forward with a booming run. 4th and 1 from the 42 in their end of the field. Wingbone set, Rucker in motion right, handoff. Parks spins away from a tackler at the line of scrimmage and gets ahead of the 45. That is a Terrier first down. 5 from the 50. Allen running the option right. There's the seam to the 50. Wisconsin 4-down lineman, 6 in the box. And it's a handoff, and that's a good run for Rucker. Christian Reed setting up to kick A 46-yard field goal. Snap there, spot down, boot on the way. It's a line drive, and it good to the left. And a single back. And a flat pass over there thrown behind the receiver. Was that a backwards pass? The ball's loose on the ground, and Wofford has the football. That turns out to be a backwards pass and a free football, and the Terriers are going to take over. 1st and 10 Wofford at the Badger 43. Wingbone play action for Allen. Going to air it out to the near side, and it's caught at the 20. Devin Reed slung down at the 18-yard line. That's a 25-yard gain. Mitch Allen with a nice touch on that ball to the near side with his throw. One receiver, Joslin to the left. Rucker in motion near side. Handoff up the middle. Palmer breaks a couple of tackles. To the 2, to the 1. Touchdown. Austin Palmer with a strong 7-yard run. Terriers are on the board for the first time today.
Yeah, Austin Palmer, if I'm not mistaken, it's first career touchdown.
Yes, it is.
Nice to see him get it at a place like this, too.
And that was nothing but
power.
Drive.
Yeah, that was power.
5:29 to the third quarter from Madison. Wisconsin 31, Wofford 7. They go out of the eye again. And a fake of the dive to Clay, and look at Phillips turn right corner, 45-50 to the 45. 1st and goal from the 3. Brown the deep man out of the eye. Turner the up man. Handoff Brown right side. There's the touchdown. Zach Brown with a touchdown run. 1:45 to play in the third quarter. 37-7 Wisconsin. That is still Mitch Allen working out of the gun. Fakes the handoff to Parks, and he's going to slant left for good yards, 40-50. Down to the Badger 40. He has stood up and sat down at the 35-34. Mitch Allen with a fine run right there before corner Devin Smith finally gets to him deep in the secondary. Now Rucker in motion left behind the formation. Pitch far corner, Rucker out of the option, far sideline. Allen out of the gun, flanked by Parks, his fullback. Play action for Mitch. Time to now he's going to tuck it under his right arm and run to the 35, to the 30, slants right to the 28. Mike Scott is now your fullback. Rucker in motion left. Play action for Allen. Throwing off his back foot toward the goal line, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Smith. A sliding interception in front of Justin Joslin as Mitch tried to force the ball into double coverage. Man in motion left is Kendricks. Play action. Phillips going to run right and has a seam 30, far sideline 20 to the 15. Mychael Johnson will run him out of bounds at the 10. They go out of the eye. The deep man is Brown. He'll get the handoff, skirting right, untouched. 2-yard touchdown run for Wisconsin made by Zach Brown, and 9:37 to play in the football game. Wisconsin 44, Wofford 7. Palmer the fullback. Turn, fake of the dive. DeVette wants to turn left corner. Quarterback beats 2 men in the backfield and has the first down. Far sideline 35. And Steve DeVette will be chucked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Fancy footwork there by Steve DeVette to get 13 yards and a Terrier first down. 2 receivers to the right. The outside man is Royster. 1 to the left. Play action. DeVette slings it. Ball caught by Joslin at the 20. Justice Joslin will go out of bounds at the Badger 15-yard line. In motion near side, Yeomans. Handoff Dunmeyer off left side. Has room. And he backs his way down to the 1-yard line. DeVette under center. In motion left, Dunmeyer. Turn, handoff Palmer. Left side. That is a touchdown. Second of the day for Austin Palmer.
Kid comes in, hadn't scored a touchdown in his college career, and now he scored 2 at Camp Randall Stadium.
2:24 remaining. We're in the fourth quarter. Wisconsin 44, Wofford 14. 2nd and 5 from the 15. Handoff. Smith trying to run to the right corner, and he will be stuffed for a loss. Back at the 11-yard line, Rob Williams came. Final score from Camp Randall Stadium here in Madison, Wisconsin. The University of Wisconsin Badgers 44 and the Wofford College Terriers 14.
And Wofford Sports Information Director Brent Williamson caught up with Coach Ayers after the game.
Coach, real quick, just your general overview of the game.
Horrendous first half offensively, and then the second half we came out and played well. Thought that our defense played really hard all day, made a lot of plays. We had 3 takeaways, and the problem was we gave them back to them. So to do. Wisconsin's an excellent football team, very physical. But that being said, in the second half, we came out and did some really good things offensively, and Same thing defensively. We need to get better. We're young, we're growing, we're maturing. We've had a tough 3 weeks.
You mentioned turnovers in the first 5 minutes of the game. You know, the ball was on the ground so much. Did that give you a little glimmer of hope that things might work out our way?
Well, I think anytime that you're able to get those turnovers, you're hoping that you're going to be productive and make some points out of it. Our problem was we in turn just gave it back to them in a hurry. It's a learning experience. It's something that I'm sure our kids will remember. And I think in the weeks to come, it's going to help us and make us better.
And with injuries now to Breitenstein last week, Mike Nyam this week, you've mentioned a couple times the team gets younger and younger as we go along.
Right.
How do you know that some of those young guys are going to step into their roles?
Well, the young guys just have to step up. That's the guys that are left. It's on-the-job training for the most part. It's got to be a quick learning situation for several of them.
3 games under the belt that really, in the grand scheme of things, don't really matter in the big picture.
Right.
Now we head into conference play. What have you seen in these 3 games now that we're heading into conference play?
Well, I think we're a better football team today than we were when we started against South Florida. I know that we still have miles to go, but that being said, I'm encouraged with this group that we're going to have an excellent football team.
And then looking ahead to Chattanooga next week, what are your thoughts heading into that game now?
Much better team. They've tried to simplify their scheme. They're playing supposedly a lot better defense, and then offensively, they're a football team that's getting better. We'll go there and give it our best shot.
Good. Thanks, Coach. And now let's go inside the locker room and hear from some of the players.
Very encouraged. I mean, we didn't back down. You know, we came in here and fought the whole game. They got up on us, and we came with it. It's just encouraging. I mean, we're going to have a great season.
We've grown closer, tougher, and you know that we just got to keep playing hard, even when things aren't looking up our way. You know, we can always get a takeaway or something like today, and going into conference, I think that's important.
Now let's take a look at the final game stats. First downs, Wofford 16, Wisconsin 21. Rushing yards, pretty common. The Terriers run for 214, the Badgers 258. Passing yards, Wisconsin 172 compared to just 45 for Wofford. Total yards, the Badgers with the edge 430 to 259. Time of possession, the Terriers actually have the football longer than the Badgers do. 31:04 versus 28:56. Wofford commits just penalties for 20 yards, while Wisconsin has 6 for 63, but the Terriers turn the football over 4 times. Wisconsin turns it over 3. Let's take a look at the Southern Conference results from this past weekend. Chattanooga gets the best of Presbyterian 29-13. Missouri all over Furman 52-12. Sanford Miles 31-12. And the Citadel gets the best of Princeton 38-7. Wake Forest all over Elon 35-7. And Georgia Southern picks up its first conference win of the season by knocking off Western Carolina 27-3. Let's take a look at the updated Southern standings. A couple teams that have played games already. Furman and Georgia Southern off to 1-0 starts in the conference. Each is 2-1 overall, as is Elon and Sanford. Wofford will play its first conference game coming up next week. So far, the Terriers are 1-2, and the Citadel 1-1 overall. Appalachian State 0-2 overall. Chattanooga and Carolina are each 0-1 so far in the Southern Conference. Now, let's take a look at the White's Pine Street Exxon play of the week. It comes in the third quarter and gives the Terriers their first points of the game. Austin Palmer, his first career touchdown. Palmer gets the handoff, carries a few Badger defenders into the end zone for a 7-yard touchdown, and for his Austin Palmer's TD run is good enough for our play of the week.
Stop hunting. Start finding. Choose the AT&T Real Yellow Pages to find just what you need. No other book has more complete ads and up-to-date listings.
Papa John wants everybody to know better pizza's better.
Better ingredients, better pizza is not a slogan. It is a way of life.
So he's bringing it right to him.
Papa's in the house.
Introducing Papa John's new Cinnapie, our fresh dough loaded with sweet cinnamon topping. Get one free when you buy a large 2-topping pizza, just $11.99.
What do you think of the Cinnapie?
A Cinnapie free.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome back to Inside Wofford Football. This is where we take an inside look at some of the happenings off the field of play. And this week we focus on fun things that went on last week's game against Charleston Southern. Let's call it the game you didn't see the first time around, but the one all the kids are talking about.
This was our 9th annual youth football night. We named it the Black and Gold Bowl this year. It's an opportunity for the youth football teams in our area to get a chance to play on the same field and experience a college football game up close and personal. It's 20-yard fields, 20 to the end zone on both ends, and then 40 to 40 across the middle of the field. Pre-game, there's 6 teams that participate, and they play for about 8 minutes. And then at halftime, they play for about 11 minutes, same setup. Well, I think they enjoy getting a chance to play in the big stage, play on this field, getting a chance to see a college football game up close and personal, getting a chance to create the tunnel for Wofford to run through. They really get a kick out of that. It's just all part of the experience. We're trying to make some memories for these kids and give them an opportunity to say, hey, I got a chance to do this and play on this field, and even when they're 6, 9, 10, 12 years old. So that's really what they seem to get a kick out of. I've had a lot of the coaches come up and thank us for what we were doing, and we don't do it for the thank yous, but we certainly can see it in their face. We really enjoy putting it on every year, and it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun for the kids, and it makes it all worth it.
Now let's take a look at next week's opponent, brought to you by Blue Eagle Equipment. Coming up next weekend in Chattanooga, the Terriers will play their first of 8 straight Southern Conference contests. Recent history says the Terriers should do pretty well against the Mocs. Wofford comes in having won 3 straight over Chattanooga in 8 of the last 10 meetings. What makes the numbers even more impressive is the fact that the Terriers have scored more than 40 points in their 5 most recent victories over the Mocs. As for this season, Chattanooga comes in 2-1 on the season, fresh off a 29-13 win over Presbyterian. Now let's take a look at the particulars for next Saturday's game. Wofford at Chattanooga, kickoff set for 6 p.m. Should be a good contest and a very important contest for the Terriers. We hope to see you back here for more Inside Wofford Football next week. See you later, everybody.
Inside Wofford Football, presented by Wild Wing Cafe, Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine, Milliken, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, the AT&T Real Yellow Pages, and by Papa John's.